guys, welcome back. Let's continue our discussion over string handling in Java. Today's video is about what is toString method, why we need to override that one. Before talk about some theoretical explanation, let's look into the coding part first and then come back here. For that, I created a student class and take some variables, ID and name. Let's say int ID, string name. So I have taken two variables here. After that, let's have a constructor, public and class name. We already know, right? The purpose of the constructor is to initialize the values. So here I am initializing ID and name. This dot ID equal to ID and this dot name equal to name. Guys, if you want to learn more about constructors, please go ahead and watch my previous videos. Link is provided in the description box. Now let's create one more class for testing purpose. In the main method, let's create one string, say Java. When you call that value, you will get the output as the string value, right? So here the string value is Java. You can see that in the console. Now let's create object for the present class, that is a student. Now you can see the compile time error because we need to provide the two arguments here. The first one is ID and the second one is name. Let's say ID equal to 2 and name equal to Lily. Run the code now. Now you will be surprised to see the result. Look at here. This is the class name and you can see some hexa code here. Why it happened? Instead of printing student name and ID, we are getting this result. What happened? If you want to represent any object as a string, internally toString method invokes. That's the reason we are getting hexa value, because string class is a child of object class. If you come and click the string here, you can see public final class string and extends object. Means the string class is extending object class. What is the object here? Object is the parent class of string. If you want to read about string API, you can press the control key and click over here. Then it redirects to a page where you can see string API completely, methods, constructors, everything. So what it represents? The string class is extending the object class here. Then we can say object class is the parent class and string class is the child class. We can also say this one as superclass, subclass, right? So because of this inheritance, toString method is internally invoked. This is what I'm talking about. So now you understand the problem, right? So what we need to do, we need to override the toString method here. The benefit or purpose of the toString method override is we can see clear and understandable format, because here we are getting hexa code, right? It is not understandable. Now let's see how to override the toString method. Let's go back to our class, right click and generate toString method. Make sure to select the fields here and say OK. Save the code and compile. Now you can see ID is 2 and name is Lily. That's the reason we need to override the toString method. This is the format we are getting here. If you want to change the format, you can do it right here. Here I am changing student ID. I just try to change that in a more readable format. That's it. Now you can see student ID is 2 and name is Lily. Okay guys, this is all about toString method and why we need to override that toString method. Let's continue our discussion. Meanwhile, stay tuned and happy learning.